Well, good morning, everyone. How are you going on what is a lovely, sunny, very hot Brisbane morning? I am live streaming and I am at home. So let me first check and make sure that we are live streaming on the page. I will warn you. Hey, Abby, how are you going? Hope you had a good Saturday. I will warn you if you're joining me that I've got the kids at home and they are very noisy. I can hear my 11-year-old sing inside. He is unpacking the dishes. That's how you do it. You sing to yourself whilst unpacking the dishes. What I will also do, yes, we are live, is I'm going to share, because I've got my laptop down here. So I'm going to share this live stream into our Facebook groups, which just means that more people will be notified that I am live so they can join me live, because I do not like talking to myself. Abby says this morning, Gerda, good, thanks. Awesome, that's good to know. So I'm going to share it in two groups. First one is my private practice success group for all my practice owners. And then I will also share it in my how to start a private practice group. And I think that should let most of our private practice success community members know that we are live. Hey Anna, thanks for joining. How's things in Western Australia? This morning must still be early, 11, 10, 9, 24 in Western Australia, if I am right. I hope you had a good weekend as well. So I am sure we'll get more and more people hopping on. If you are joining me, please say hi, say hello in the comment section so that I know that you are here with us. Awesome. So I thought that I wanted to come to you on this lovely Sunday as I've put my kids in charge of the kitchen, cleaning things up after we had a fabulous night last night with friends and family get together, which was awesome. And of course, seeing that this week I'm actually doing my planner training on Tuesday for everybody that bought their planners. Hey Anastasia, how are you going? Hope you're doing well on the Gold Coast. And my mind started to turn to the week ahead, and I thought, I've got this message that I want to share with you guys today. Anastasia, I am sure this is your first live stream with me. If I am correct, because I've done many, but have you been on a live stream before? Because if this is your first one, it's a big celebration. Anyhow, so I got this message and I thought I want to share this with you guys because it is the start of the year. All right, and you know, a lot of people are into the New Year's resolutions or New Year's goal setting, let's rather call that. It is already the 7th of January today, so some people would have already broken some of that, or others might be going strong. So I don't want to talk about resolutions or goal setting today. Anastasia says, yes, it is the first one. See, Anastasia, I've got a really good memory. Well, welcome to your first live stream. So great to have you on here. So as I said, I don't want to talk about goal setting and that type of thing. We will be talking about goal setting when we do our planner training though on Tuesday. But I wanted to give you a bit of a different perspective for this here. You would have noticed that the title of the live stream is When You Hit That Brick Wall, okay? Because let's be honest, if you are in private practice, whether you are level 1, 2, 3, or 4, or 5 even, private practice owner, and level 1 is that's your solo practitioner, just working by yourself, maybe in a room that you're renting, maybe you're doing subleasing from another practice, or whether you are at a level 5 practice where you're already turning over in excess of $750,000, you've got a large team, maybe multidisciplinary, people that you're employing or subcontracting, it doesn't matter where you are on that growth within your practice, you will be hitting some brick walls along the way. First of all, that's just life. Okay. Second of all, that's just business. All right. So thirdly, you have to learn how to deal with that and manage it. All right. Because even if you tick every little box, even if you follow every little step in the book, things are still going to happen and you're still going to hit the brick wall, because we know that there's just too many variables that we can't control. All right. So very often when I work with my clients in clinical work, depending of course on the presentation, I will often share with them Stephen Covey's circles of control. So of course, Stephen talks about the first circle is the circle that you have full control over. The next circle is what you have influence over. And then the third circle is stuff that you've got no control over. And very often it's stuff that's happening in the influence and the no control circles that causes your brick walls. So I don't want you to be too hard on yourself when that happens. Okay, and say that I haven't done something wrong, or I failed, or this is all too hard. All right, so today what I want to do is share with you a new way of thinking about that brick wall when it arrives. So currently, very often when I talk to practice owners, whether it is, over the phone, over email, in the Facebook groups, people often refer to the private practice journey as a roller coaster. If you've heard that, say yes or press like. Okay, if you have heard somebody say that. Okay, so people talk about the roller coaster journey of private practice. Then you're on a high, and then something happens and you're on a low, and then you get out of it and you're on a high again, and it goes so well, and you're hiring a team, you've got clients and you're fully booked, and there's money in the bank, and then there's a low again. Now, I prefer not to think of it as the highs and lows or as a roller coaster ride, okay? Because I don't know about you. You might be one of those adrenaline junkies who just loves adrenaline roller coaster rides. I am not one of them. I have tried it, okay? Because I believe you can't say you don't like something or it doesn't work if you haven't tried it. So I'm happy to try it. And I absolutely hated it, all right? I hate being on a roller coaster. I will not go on it. The last one I went on was on the Scooby-Doo ride at Movie World here on the Gold Coast. So if you've been on the Scooby-Doo ride, press like so that I know you know what I'm talking about. So my then 6-year-old, this is Hanno, who's now 11, singing in the kitchen. And so this is many years ago and I'm still traumatized. He decided, we were at Movie World, and I said, what ride do you want to go on? And he said, the Scooby-Doo ride. And I said, awesome, Scooby-Doo ride, Mum, we can do that one with you. And he was tall enough and all of that type of stuff. So we stood in this line for 40 minutes. Anastasia says, unfortunately, right now I'm packing my bags to go overseas trip. Will you join you another time? No problem, Anastasia. Go ahead. Remember, this is recorded, so you can always come back to it and listen to it again. Maybe when you're driving in the Uber, the taxi, or driving yourself to the airport. That's what I normally do. So I always find that's a great use of my time. Multitasking. Anyhow, so we stand in this line for 40 minutes for the Scooby-Doo ride. Okay. Now imagine having to keep a then 6-year-old entertained for 40 minutes. So we finally get on, and it was absolute hell. That is not a child ride. I don't know how they can call it the Scooby-Doo ride, because first of all, it's dark. You can't see what's happening. It's like you're blindfolded, and there's all this stuff happening, and then you fall and you go here. I just hang on to my child for dear life. I was so scared that he's going to fall out of that little cart. And that's why I don't like roller coaster rides, because I can't put up my hand and go, I don't like this, please stop. I would like to get off. There's no getting off it. Once you're on it, you're on. And you need to wait for it to finish. And I just don't like that. And there's no sense of control whatsoever. Now, I'm a psychologist. I know that you can't control everything. That's why I use Stephen Covey's circles of change, so that I can work on what it is that I can control. But that also means that I don't want to get onto a roller coaster, because I can't control the darn thing. All right. So if I know I can't control it, I'm making an informed decision to get onto it, yes or no. So this here, when you hit that brick wall, I don't want you to tell yourself, here we go again. It's the roller coaster of private practice. Or here we go again. It's just those, emotional ups and downs and the highs and lows of private practice. I really want you to, maybe put up a note somewhere, or get somebody in your team that you're close to, or maybe your partner or your husband or your best friend. that when you go to them, because it's really hard to change behaviors and habits, and you are talking about the highs and lows and the roller coasters, okay, that they can remind you about what I'm going to share with you now. Now, let me just quickly refresh this in here. Make sure I'm not missing any comments. Here we go. Fabulous. Make sure that we are all good. Yes, so we are. All right. So let's have a look here. So this is what, let's start up here. So when you go with the roller coaster, can you guys see that? I don't think you can see that. Let's do it in black. Is that better? I'm not sure if you can see that. So when you go with the roller coaster analogy, okay, when you do the roller coaster analogy, let's change this a bit. Make sure you, that way. There we go. When you go with the roller coaster analogy, this is what life is going to be looking like for you. Now, this is not pleasant, okay? Not good at all. So when you hit those lows in 2018, and I say it's all good, you can see, awesome. I want you to think about it differently. So instead of going, here we go again, I want you to think of it like this. So let's say you are doing stuff, you are implementing maybe stuff that you've learned at my workshops. Maybe you're starting to do meet and greets, or you're doing marketing stuff, you're getting some clients in, and then all of a sudden the phone stops ringing. Like for a week, there's no referrals. Or maybe if you're a really big practice and you're used to getting like 10 referrals a day, all of a sudden you're getting 2 on average a day. Or maybe, you know, you've got a huge exodus of team members from your practice. Or maybe, you know, you've got people going on maternity leave and you're trying to recruit people and you just can't find quality people to replace your current team with. Because of course, people in the PPS community's got really high standards. We won't just take anyone, and neither should you, because we have a duty as practice owners to ensure that we've got only the best people looking after our clients. All right, so when that happens, it means that you've been traveling fairly well. Oops, I'm not good at doing a straight line. That's a straight line. You've been traveling fairly well, and then you hit that brick wall. The brick wall happens. It's one of those examples that I've just mentioned. Now, what I want you to do then is go, okay, I've hit the brick wall. What I need to do now is think outside the box. Okay, think differently. Take a step back. Okay, get rid of the emotional response where I just want to go, oh my God, no, or not again, or, you know, whatever that response is for you. I want you to take a step back, be, you know, that observer and go, okay, what this means when I hit the brick wall is this is a challenge and I now need to step up in my practice. So I need to step up, okay? And then once you've stepped up, things start traveling smoothly again, all right? And then inevitably, because it is life, because it is business, because it's Murphy's Law, this is just what happens, you're going to hit another brick wall, okay? And you're going to go, oh, something else that I need to handle, or something else. Maybe it's a new thing that happens. Now remember, as I always tell my clinical clients during relapse prevention, and this it always amazes me how many clinical concepts actually applies in business. But I always tell my clients that once you've finished, you know, clinical treatment or sessions with me, for whatever reason they came in, it doesn't mean that life's going to be smooth sailing, all right? Because that's just how life is, all right? That's just Murphy's Law. It's the same principles. So how do you know when you need to come back and get help? If it's the same problem happening over and over. So if you've got the same problem occurring in your practice or in your life time and time again, that's when you know you need help. Does it make sense? And the problem that I find with us as practice owners is that we're just so stuck on that hamster wheel that we know it's the same thing, but we just keep on going through the steps because we go, that's what I need to do. I need to keep on taking action. I just need to keep on doing what I'm doing and things will improve and get better. I just should not stop. But the answer is in stopping and really becoming mindful of going that this shit isn't working. All right, I need to do something different. And that something different is to stand back, to observe, and then to step up. Very, very important. So when you hit that second brick wall, you're going to step up, and then inevitably things start to travel well again. All right, and then you're going to hit another brick wall, and you're going to step up, and it's going to go well. Now, can you see what starts to happen? Can you see what starts to happen? Growth happens. Growth happens here. When you're on the roller coaster, the midpoint stays still the same. Does that make sense? Now, who wants this type of life or this type of business anyhow? Not me. So for me, and I've always said it, that when a challenge happens in my life and in my practice, I always see it as a growth opportunity. Maybe not in that exact moment. I also have an emotional reaction. It's part of why I love to work with trauma clients, because although those clients are in the worst possible place, I know that if I sit with them through the process, at the end of the day, we're going to get there. Although we are starting down here. And it's the same with business. As long as you are willing to change, to look at things outside of the box, to do things differently, and to do things your way. I often listen to what people are saying, when people talk in my Facebook groups, but also other Facebook groups that I'm in. We are very much in a profession where it's so important for us what our peers think of what we are doing. And, it's important. You want to be mindful of that, but you also always want to put your individual flavor, your personality into what you are doing, and not worry how other people are going to be judging that. Because again, growth can't happen for you if you're not going to be yourself in your practice and in your business and how you want to really manage and build it. Make sense? So next time when you hit the brick wall, you're going to see it as a step up. So we're going to be stepping up each and every time. That's what we're doing. Yes, it's a challenge, but it's a challenge that means that I'm stepping up and I'm going to the next level and the next level and the next level and the next level. And at the end of the day, this one leads to growth. This one, things just remains the same. And that is the message that I do have for you guys this morning. I know that a lot of you are probably spending some time with family because it is Sunday, or maybe out and about doing exciting things. When you come back in and you are on Facebook and you're watching the recording, please leave me a comment. Leave me your thoughts if this is resonating for you. Maybe you've got a different way of thinking about it. I'm always interested to hear what you think, and I will most definitely come back and look at all those comments and respond to them. Anna says, so true. I'm glad you agree, Anna. I'm glad you agree, and I'm so excited to hear when you update me on how well Blue Goose occupational therapy is going over there in Western Australia, which is fabulous news. Alrighty, so I'm going to say goodbye for now. Remember guys, as always, all you need to do is say yes to your very own ultimate level 5 private practice. Have a fantastic day, and I'll speak to you all again soon. Bye for now.